Hi, this is Trey Pastor. Welcome to my review of It Chapter 2 with no spoilers. This is one of my most anticipated movies this year. I love the first movie. I thought they did a great job, especially with the casting of the young kids and stuff. So I was looking forward to this. And when I saw the casting of this movie, I thought they did a decent job with the casting. But seeing the movie, I definitely give the casting director kudos for casting the way he did because I think for the most part, most of the adults that they cast as the kids, I think worked. Okay, there were maybe a few exceptions, but I think for the most part, it was just spot on. Okay, but anyway, this chapter, of course, like I said, I saw the miniseries years ago, so I know, and what this movie did was, of course, include flashbacks and stuff. So we got to see the young kids again, and of course, just 27 years, they have to go back to Derry and confront it because it started to kill again. First of all, let me talk about what I liked about the movie. First of all, I like the acting. Again, I have to say Bill Hader, who I've seen in other dramatic roles. I know he's mostly known for comedy, Saturday Night Live and stuff, but he's done dramatic parts and stuff. I know he did a movie with uh, what's the other girl that worked on Saturday Night Live with him, where they were twins. Anyway, never mind. I've got her name, but she's going to be Cheetah, and I can't remember her name now. But anyway, I know Bill Hader is capable of dramatic work, and I think he does one of the best jobs in this movie is playing the adult Richie Tolas. This guy who as a kid he was a comedian type guy, and as an adult he's this guy that's a comedian and stuff, and he goes through a full range of emotions in this movie as you would expect and stuff, and he really adds layers to his character, and there's some reveals in this movie that just are just fantastic, and I think Bill Hader handled them excellently, and I thought he was probably one of the best things in this movie. Okay, now Isaiah Mustafa, who is Mike Hanlon, the only black kid in the group of losers, and going in when I heard that they were going to make his character like a drug addict, I think that's what they said. That's what we heard. But I have to say, his part in this movie I thought was really good, and I thought Isaiah Mustafa, who I haven't seen I'd be very honest, I haven't seen him in anything besides the Old Spice commercials. But I thought he did a good job as Mike Hanlon, the guy who kind of recruits everybody to come back because he never left. Uh, and I thought he did a good job interacting with the characters he interacted with the group and stuff. I thought he really because he was the only one, of course, like you see in the trailer, that remembered everything because he never left. And he's determined and he's focused on getting these, trying to keep everybody together so they can confront this evil and stuff. And I thought he did a really good job, Isaiah Mustafa, as Mike Hanlon. Now, also, I have to say, of course, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. I thought he was again excellent. Again, there's some just chilling moments in this movie. To me, he's not in the movie enough. Okay, but what he's in, he does a really good job. Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. I think the only kind of disappointment thing is he wasn't in the movie enough for me. Okay, and but I thought he did a great job again as Pennywise, and just have hats off to him for the casting of him in this anyway. Because I never thought going in that how could you top the old clown, because I forgot the guy's name now, who did in the miniseries, but Bill Skarsgård has made this role his own, and he's just absolutely fantastic. Uh, Now, as far as James McAvoy as Bill Denbrough, I thought he did a good job, especially when his character uh, started getting scared and stuff, and then that stutter started coming out and stuff like he knew the character when he was young was stuttering and stuff, and I think James McAvoy did a good job as doing that. Although, like I said, we don't spend enough time, as far as I'm concerned, with his character because I thought he was supposed to be one of the main leads in this, and I don't think, even though this movie remarkably is 3 hours long, I don't think Bill has that much screen time in it. Although I like what they did with him in a specific sequence, which like I said, when I do my spoiler review, I'll talk about that. But I thought, James McAvoy is a serviceable actor and stuff, but I don't, like I said, I wanted his character to have more of a prominent role in this movie. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, now Jessica Chastain is Beverly Marsh. I thought she was okay. Like I said, they do flashbacks in this, and I still think the younger actress, I forgot her name, Sophia Lilly, I think that's her name. She's just a really good actress, and I can't wait for her to get more roles and stuff. Jessica Chastain is a serviceable actress and stuff, and there's supposed to be this big, this triangle thing in this movie between, Beverly and Bill and Ben and stuff, but they don't really talk about it in this movie a lot. Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the miniseries, you know basically what's going to happen at the end of it and stuff, but they don't really do much with that in this movie. I mean, they hint about it here and there, but they don't really talk about it, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. But as far as length time for this movie, 3 hours long. Like I said, I didn't get bored with it, but I think 3 hours was a little long for this movie. I know it's supposed to be like a 6-hour cut, which I think is incredible. And maybe they cut out some parts which would have made the movie more focused and stuff. So maybe that 6-hour cut, he cut out parts, to fill in stuff. And the thing is, a lot of the time, these losers are separate in their own separate ways, doing their own separate things instead of together. Like in the beginning of the movie, they're together, and then they kind of split off, and then they come together again. And I would have liked them to more interaction with them, as a group. But I understand that's what they probably did that to extend the the runtime of this movie. But just really, and as far as the scares are concerned, there were some pretty intense sequences in this movie. A lot of them, which I don't want to get into because that's spoilers. But there's a lot of intense, scary sequences in this movie. There's only kind of one. It's kind of a disappointment as far as Pennywise is concerned, and I'll get into that when I do my spoiler review. Like overall, like I said, that movie didn't bore me. It was entertaining and stuff. I would have liked more interaction with the losers, more of them together instead of them splitting off and stuff. And like I said, I think one of the best sequences is them in the beginning of the movie when they all get together and stuff and start talking and start remembering and stuff. I thought that was just a chilling sequence. But overall, like I said, it's a good movie. I don't think it's as good as the first one. I think the first movie is a better movie, okay, than this one. But this is a nice companion to it, and I definitely would like this. I wouldn't mind seeing the 6-hour cut to see what was cut out, and maybe it could have been a better movie if he could cut certain things out of it and take, But again, that's the director. But he said there's a 6-hour cut. I can't imagine what a 6-hour cut would be to this movie, okay, because it's 3 hours long as it is, okay. And like I said, there could have been certain things that maybe, like I said, that he cut out that would have made this a better movie. But again, I have to say the first movie is a better movie than this one, but I still enjoyed it. And like I said, it's almost 3 hours long, but I have to say, honestly, I didn't get bored with it. But there are some slow parts in the movie, but they have some good scares, some really good scares in this movie, okay? And again, overall, so I'm going to have to give it Chapter 2. I'm going to give it a 7.8, and that's mostly because I like the acting. Again, I think Bill Hader is just absolutely fantastic in this movie. Bill Hader just really, he sells that he can do the drama. And of course, he can, everybody knows he can do the comedy, but he really sells the drama and the terrifying, stuff in this movie, and he really sells it. And I like Isaiah Mustafa. I think he did a good job as Mike Hanlon, the guy that brings everybody together and stuff. And especially to all the young actors who, they showed them again in flashbacks. I thought they did a really good job. All the young actors, and I thought they did a really good job, especially, of course, Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Again, so a 7.8 for me. Again, I think it could have been better. And like I said, it's a 6-hour cut, so I don't know what he cut out. And maybe he cut out some parts that could have made it a better movie, but who knows, unless you see it, I guess. But overall, if you like the first movie, I think you definitely should see this movie. I don't think, like I said, for one, I don't think it's as good as the first movie, but I think this movie is good and definitely worth checking out. Anyway, let me know what you think of It Chapter 2. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And if you like this review, please hit the subscribe button down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel called Views and Opinions, so you check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.